Hello, hello, hello. Not what I wanted to push. Let's go back into first person. Oh, my meditation has stopped. Nobody's in chat yet, but how is everybody in chat doing? Hopefully we are living the dream, whatever that looks like. Got a couple of goals. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Good. So we have a couple goals this stream. For one, I would like to try to find that bismuth. I never marked it, so who knows where the hell it is. And for two, I would like to get this boat made. And to that end, I acquired this spell. Whoop, whoop. There we go. That costs a lot of mana. Let's go ahead and swap these out. I do not need growth as it is currently winter. Smack that in there. But if I go to cast it and pull out my magic wand, boom! I have to attune myself to the conjuration school. So let's figure out how to do that. Conjuration attunement core. Select from a light essence core or dark essence core. Start by throwing Q, a rift charge into an arclight furnace to start essence infusion. When you have the resulting essence core, right mouse click to mark the spell school on the core. Various cores will have different spell schools they can become. Well, does this one come from a light or a dark one? Attunement core. Well, let's just make one of each. Why not? I've got rift charges out the ass. That's not true. I've got a couple of these. I've even got this thing. I don't know what this does. Just that somebody told me I'm going to want them. Processing. Yep, I know how to get them. What are they for? Whatever. It's not important. It's gonna take 10 minutes? That's fine. Whoops. Come on, throw that in there. Alright. And so I suppose we can just use a normal axe to get started. I've even got a couple of those. I kind of want to throw away my hammer as well. Perfect. I'll pick up the axe. Come on, vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Oh, don't worry about that sound. They're friendly. Ooh. Let's go and break it. I should be researching these. All I got was some rocks. A new dark infused material. Why do I keep getting the same achievements over and over again? Actually, you know, I could be getting these for the first time, technically. Basically, the bug last stream, where my mana kept infinitely expanding, is a known issue. Apparently, if you reach maximum mana and then cast Transmute, it sets your experience to some weird negative integer. But since you can't have a negative amount of experience, it's basically more than 100%. And as a result of that silliness, it pretty much just infinitely expands itself in a way that's not ideal. Like, nobody actually wants that. Okay, I need a large, flat space so I can get my boat in the water. I don't have a boat yet. But that is literally what we're working on here. Yeah, I've got a shovel. Bow. I don't know how much space I'm going to need. Let's go ahead and just dig out a good amount of space. I've actually never made a sailboat with the new mechanics. That's probably plenty of room. Let's go ahead and lean this against something, just to get it out of the way. Of course, before I chop down the majority of these ebony trees, I am going to want to make some shears. So pretty much, lots to do. Alright, so these can be used to make roller logs, like that. Roller logs are placed on the ground in preparation to begin construction of a boat. Keel. Pay attention to the placement. Preview. Make sure the blue light. And press F key to change the orientation. Alright, I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. Let's just make multiple. 6 should be plenty. Oh, never mind, they only stack in 5. So presumably I only need 5. The hell's going on with the weather? E. Oh, it's because I've got this. I wanted to go north. Suitable location. I guess I do need to dig more out, which is fine. This boat is longer than I thought it was. What did I do with my shovel? I guess this is what I get for thinking that it would be easier than this. I do not have a conjure shovel spell. But I'm also hoping I don't need to bring this too much further out. Also, I lost a subscriber last stream. Probably because I said I wouldn't eat ass. If you don't have context for that, my deepest apologies. And there we go! Alright, sailboat under construction. Material, oak. No thank you. Let's go ahead and look. So I want to make an ebony sailboat. Sailboats are constructed, placed on land, and then rolled into the water. They cannot be picked up. They can be deconstructed by holding down right mouse button with a saw. Let's see, building a boat. For more information. Constructing a sailboat requires a great deal of materials and many steps. But it all starts with simple rollers. Craft the rollers and select them in your hotbar. An in-world schematic will appear. You can change the direction of the schematic using F. Place the rollers in a flat area, making sure the blue highlighted schematic strip is in water. Control N while looking at the process of the boat. You'll need logs and boards. Beyond that, you'll need more firewood, 2 plum squares, and some rope. Well, I don't want that to be oak. Can I pick this back up? Is that something I missed? Yeah, no, get those 5 rollers out of there. Building a sailboat. What did it say? Okay, that's just for the... So it says material oak under construction. I don't want to use oak, though. What? How do I build a sailboat? You can deconstruct the sailboat with saw. Sailboat, making an ebony one. Place containers and chests. That's the equipping it. I guess I need the stripped logs first, but I don't know how many is the issue. Probably should have done the research beforehand, but I was hoping that the game would teach me how to do it as I go. But you know what they say, hope into one hand, shit into the other, and see which one fills up first. Let's go need some food. Just so I don't starve. Stop opening shit. Good enough for now. I need a piece of charcoal. Boom. A lot of my stuff is going to turn into rot, but that's fine. I'm not too attached to my own survival. Smack that there. Smack that there. And put this up here. Grab you. That hammer's almost busted. It's fine, because I've got this one. Stick, hammerhead. Alright, let's go ahead and light this up. So this is being turned into shears, so that I can prep my ebony for chopping. While I wait for that, I'm totally not looking up a step-by-step process on how to make a sailboat. Hello, 2 viewers on YouTube. I don't want a video. SMH my head. 5 rollers, 2 plumbing squares, 9 logs. Alright. That answers that question. I just didn't want to make more logs than necessary. Do they have to be stripped? No, the logs boards must all be the same type of wood. Example, oak. In total 49 logs. It's fine. How to construct movement. I'll try it with the 9 logs, and then if that doesn't work, I'll strip them. I believe they have to be stripped. But also, I don't actually know anything. I'm just trying to be productive here. Copper shears. Do 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 do. I should become a Sea of Thieves streamer. I am joking. But I really want to like the game more than I do. Maybe forcing myself to engage with PvP would eventually make me dislike it slightly less. It's not that likely, though. I mean, exposure therapy is a thing that can work, I suppose. Just gonna bring these over. Boop, boop, boo. My hammer's going to break soon, which sucks. I do need a hammer for stripping logs. There goes my first hammer. Still got the second one. There are ways to craft things that do not damage them quite so much. It's mostly just being careful. And we all know how good at that I am. Do do do. Very quiet. So what kind of biome do you think we should set up in when we finally do build ourselves a house? Can I bring that back down? Yes, good, good. Yeah, I need stronger shears. Or not stronger shears. I don't not need stronger shears. I need a stronger hammer. Boop, boop, boo. Let's go and cool that off. And we'll put this away for now. Just so that I don't risk breaking it on something stupid. You cooled? No. No, it's not. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Like, did my shears just disappear into the void? Because that would not be a good way to start the stream. 1 second. Alright. Should be cooled now. Yes. Smack that there. I'm excited. It's dark as hell, of course. Really? I went through all that effort of closing the door and then accidentally opening it again. I do still wish night was brighter. Like, night can be dark, but look at all those stars. This place should be beautiful, and it isn't not. No, but I should be able to actually see. I guess the stars just aren't as bright as they are in real life. You ever been in a place without light pollution? can actually see pretty well at night. Unless it's cloudy. Hell, a full moon by itself. Almost bright as day. Obviously not as bright as day. Sweet, a single seed. Oh, I just got another one. Hell yeah. Much less annoying to get seeds from this than it is to try to use the ritual. I mean, the ritual worked. That's why I got all 10 of these trees. It's just not ideal. What I need to do is avoid the call to be lazy. Oh, look at that, a third seed. I'm actually getting pretty lucky with these. I swear trees in Vintage Story just want to go extinct. Although having walnut trees like I do is actually a pretty smart move on my part. Considering the walnut trees, more than any other tree, seem to be willing to give me more than like 2 seeds per harvest. In fact, I've gotten like 5 walnuts from a single tree in the past. Hell, I think that I only sheared like 5 trees earlier, and I had 31 walnuts. I don't think that it mathed out that way, but it's basically 6 walnuts a tree. And for those of you keeping track at home, I keep making ladders and then losing them. Don't be like me. I'm just glad that this is taking up my time. Whoop. And by the time I actually go to cut down these trees, I might be able to conjure an axe to do so. It's the kind of thing that I would rather unlock the ability to do without cheating, but I would like to have the ability before the heat death of the universe. Last time I tried to do everything by the book, I lost interest before I actually got where I wanted to be. Uh-oh. No, man, I'm totally fine. You're right. Probably shouldn't have commented on my luck in getting the ebony tree seeds. As soon as I pointed out how lucky I was getting, that luck kind of stopped. It's like when you're doing something cool and trying to get somebody to look, but the moment they do actually look over, you can't do it anymore. Do 17 consecutive perfect backflips, and then as soon as you're trying to show somebody that you can do it, just fucking eat shit on the pavement. I wonder what'll happen to that axe when I go to and cut all these down. Let's go ahead and put my sticks somewhere so I don't lose them. Ideally it would be not nighttime right now, but this is the world we live in. I should definitely make... Oh, my pheasants are trying to be heard. I should definitely make a, whatchamacallit, crate for all my sticks. The worst part about sticks, though, is that you either never have enough of them, or you've got way too fucking many of them. I'm currently in the way too many of them phase. It's too quiet. How's everybody in chat doing? If y'all prefer to lurk, that's totally fine as well. I'm just all alone. There's no one here beside me. Who knows what my usuals are up to? I know that one of them would rather watch Hearthstone. Or play Hearthstone? I'm not entirely sure what Opal's up to. Hearthstone is like that card game from the makers of World of Warcraft, right? I'm sure it's fun to play. I can't imagine wanting to watch someone play a card game. But there's definitely a market for that as well. Hell, I've had people asking me to play Balatro. And it's possible that I just don't know what the fuck Balatro is. But I was under the impression that it's just a card game. Yoink. It's hard to tell if this is the last tree I'm going to have to shave. Nope, 2 more trees. At least. With it being night, I can't actually see. Whoop. As a Navali, I should be able to echolocate. I don't know how that would work. And if it did work, it would probably not be the most interesting thing to watch. Oh shoot. Outside of, like, perhaps the novelty of it. It'd be like that one game where you're playing as that deaf dude. Except obviously the opposite of that. Since you'd be somebody who can't see, but can hear really well. I don't know if the deaf guy could see particularly well, but he was good at, like, karate. What the hell was the name of that game? Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. Probably not anybody here. On account of my audience being really small. I can't even say for sure the game was ever popular. I only know about it because people were talking about how interesting the mechanic was. But a lot of people can be entertained by a mechanic without having actually played the game. I certainly never played it. Okay, let's put my sticks down and then see if my weird attunement cores are ready. With my luck, Conjuration is probably light. Yep, here we go. A dark attunement core. Oh no, Conjuration is dark. Boom. We are now attuned. Which probably means that all of the rest of them are light. Oh, whoops. Oh, never mind. Conjuration is also light. That's the only 2 there. Is it because I don't have any destruction spells that I don't have the option? I am confused. But I also now have this orb that's just going to take up space in my inventory. Let's get rid of it. Well, I'm not cutting that one down. Ah, darn it, there's another tree here. 2 more trees here. Good amount of logs, though. Here, I'll focus on these when I can actually fucking see. Let's go ahead and summon an axe. And see what kind of damage we can do with a conjured axe. Because conjuring tools was like the main thing I like to do. Boom. Alright. Go away, taskbar. It's got 300 durability. Tool tier 4. I only have it for 48 hours. Oh damn. I cut trees fast. 6 logs. I need 9. I probably need to strip them, but we'll try. Without stripping them. Why do I have so much shit? Just taking up space in my inventory. There we go. Pick my ladders back up. There is a spell to conjure a saw. I don't have that spell. Missing 8 firewood. Alright. Missing 9 logs. I just tried placing the logs. Do I have to have the logs? I'm confused. If I try to place the logs, it says I'm missing 8 firewood. If I try to place the firewood, it says I'm missing the logs. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Unless it is. No, I don't think that's right. Give me these back as well. Quick, somebody explain what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, hey! I don't know why that worked this time. I'm confused, but now I need the ebony planks. Let's go and get rid of this log roller. Bow. There we go. Go ahead and grab my saw, which hopefully I don't have to make another one of. Let's go ahead and repair my staff as well, and then I can put these away. I'm excited. Once I've got the boat, and I can figure out how to make it faster without it being like goofy as fuck looking. Where the fuck am I? Well, we're going to be able to look for a home. A goodly home. That's what I'm trying to do. Pick that back up. There we go. There is stuff I would like to put on the ground, but not that. Running out of inventory space. Also, there's nobody here to keep me company. It's kind of sad. My channel has fallen off. And it was never even popular. Sure, I'm not muted. Good, I'm not muted. To be fair, I could be a hell of a lot more professional than I am. Alright. Where are my logs? There we go. I perhaps went a little bit overboard on my ebony trees. Also, don't remember how to make plumbing squares, but we'll figure that out when it comes up. How do I? Missing 2 plumbing squares. Alright, I guess it's coming up. I think. It's like 2 sticks. Any rock. And a, 2 sticks. Let's go ahead and lean my axe up against there. That will still despawn when not in my inventory. Of course, I'm probably still going to need it. More than anything. Oh, I need that later. Here we go. It's kind of hard to find rocks around here that aren't enchanted. One moment, I get to ban somebody on Twitch. Get banned, nerd. And back to what I was doing. Don't worry, I was not banning a real person. 'Tis a bot. Honestly, banning real people would be a bit silly when I don't have any real people watching. And then the rocks? No, that's not how you make a plumbing square. Fine, I'll Google it. I'm not Googling it. Plumbing square. Oh, so I was right, just not about the orientation. There we go. Let's get this boat made. It's kind of sad. Nobody will be here to see the momentous occasion. It's also a good thing nobody was here to watch me struggle with the word monumentous. Pocket! Hello! Do I have to have them in my hotbar? Is that the issue? I think that's the issue. Whoop. Yes, that is actually the problem here. Currently under construction. I'm going to need so many more planks. Woo! How are you doing, Pocket? And did you see the picture I sent you on Discord? I didn't make it. But I figured you would appreciate that image. Oh fuck, I'm starving. Hey Pocket, what is that mod that adds actual bee houses? You've not seen it? Unfortunate. Anyway, there's a mod that adds bee houses. And if I'm going to start raising bees, I kind of want that. Internet's a bit slow. Unfortunate. Oh, by the way, check it out. I can conjure axes now. Yeah, it's still got too many trees or leaves. Oh, there's no reason not to show it off. Boom! Free axe. I'm not going to touch it. I'll just leave that there to decompose. This is actually a pretty good axe, too. Check it out. Boom. And it can do everything a normal axe can, so I can use it to make firewood while I'm out on the town. Of course, by out on the town, I mean when I'm out exploring, I can actually make some firewood. And probably carry my cooking pot and stuff on me. Right, what do I not need on my person? I definitely don't need this for now. I don't need my buckets, but honestly stacking them sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass. Let's go and put my rot in the cellar. Whoop. Not there. There we go. Let's put my wand in the cellar. Is it of golden combs? I don't think it is. I do know that of golden combs, for some reason, crashes your game if you also have wildcraft fruits and nuts. I might be going a little bit overboard with the planks. I know you need a couple hundred, but I now have way more than that. And the sun's coming up, so who knows? Might actually even be able to see my boat in glorious daylight. Look at it. Missing 14 support beam. How do I make that? Support beam. It's a log. Oh, that's why I need the debarked. Oh, and I've got the shipwright's blueprint. So I can make this with a single debarked log. I did? Oh no, I still have one. Hell yeah. I think I need 14 of them, it said. And this, for some reason, makes exactly 12. So I don't know who designed that. A lunatic, most likely. Alright, so the axe, log, and a hammer. Two of them. Alright. No, saw, not axe. Axe would be convenient. There is a spell that will allow me to create, like, conjure a saw. But that's going to be one of those really useful ones that I'm just going to have to actually make down the line, as soon as I've got a proper house. I think the first room that I build is probably going to be like a kitchen and a cellar, because that's who I am as a person. Alright, what do I need now? Fuck, I need more. More? It's a good thing I've got the thing. If I didn't have the shipwrights, whatever, I would be screwed. There is another one that I want. It's called the Farmers something or another. Put you here. Two of these again. Honestly, these support beams don't look bad. I could probably use them in regular crafting. Where'd my shipwrights thing go? Here we go. Alright. I figured it wouldn't be too bad to give myself this, considering my love of the ocean. Speaking of my love of the ocean, gotta finish this thing before the ocean around it freezes over. Whip. But that's what I get for planning ahead. I'm sorry, my issue is that I didn't do that. 17 coils of rope. What the fuck? Oh no. Nope. I guess that just lives there now. Is there a way to cancel that out? What if I get too far? Alright, nope, it's still coming with me, I suppose. Alright. Oh, sweet. That did cancel it out, at the very least. Do I have coils of rope pre-made? Yes. Perfect. The funny thing is that I actually made a ton of rope for packaging food. I knew I would need it for this, so that's probably why I held on to it. I need 1 coil of rope. I'm holding 9 of them. Unless it means I need 1 more than I'm currently holding. Which would be a different thing entirely. Do I have any cattails anywhere? I can probably get more cattails. If not, I don't know what that donkey's deal is. That's not where these go, but let's take them. Good chance those are in there because of the aforementioned food packaging. I do like the look of ebony. The issue is that I tend to build my bases out of basalt. And just ebony and basalt don't... Like, they look fine together. It's just too much dark material. I'll probably use it for, like, some detail pieces. Whoop, whoop. And whoop. Right, that's gonna make another coil of rope. And see if that's the issue. Or if it's fucking with me. I'm also going to need to make a lot of sails. But not only do I have a bunch of flax just sitting around, I can get a bunch more. Missing 21 linen cloth. Just tell me everything I need. I do actually have a guide pulled up. Well, the guide being pulled up is not helping me if I'm not actually looking at it. Just going to put my hammer away and I hope I don't need that again. Making this boat is pretty much as chaotic as I figured it was going to be. Alright. This is a lot of flax. I do not think it's going to be enough. I would like it to be enough. But I'm something of a pessimist, and each cloth is going to require 4. This is a good amount of it. Boom, boom. Damn. I'm exactly too short. That's fine. This is an easy fix. It is just funny it worked out that way. There we go. Where did... Perfect. Put these back. more than one at a time, por favor. I'm excited. I'm gonna have a boat soon. Well, it's done. I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Why did it... It rolled off, and then it got stuck in the water. Or like it rolled back onto land. Well, that was an anticlimax. Perhaps it was facing the wrong way. I set it off to be facing north. Well, I have an idea. It rolled out into the water, and then it just rolled back. I suppose this is how it was always going to turn out. I think someone's also stuck on land, but quite a bit less. There we go. Let's get it off of land. There we go. Delete this. I've decided I am actually going to keep that boat there because it's funny. Everyone's going to be like, why do you have a boat on land? I'm like, what are you, a cop? Alright. And there we go. We've got ourselves a boat. I'm going to need to make rat lines. I don't have a lantern to put on there. I'm gonna have to find out what kind of lantern will look the best. I got my own boat. I wish I could dye the sails. Although if I could dye the sails, I probably would have made a walnut boat. But the walnut looks really nice. But the issue is that the wood itself matches the sails exactly. So like if I could have a walnut boat with black or brown sails, that would be pretty sweet. Alright. Well, that was fun. I do need to go find that tin. Also kind of have to pee, which is weird. I mean, like, it's not unusual to have to pee. But I did that before I started streaming. Got what the kids call a walnut-sized bladder. Couldn't tell you why people are regularly talking about the size of my bladder. Just that they are. Alright, that's not true. Nobody's doing that. I'm excited to have a boat. Currently, I've not done anything weird to the speed of the boat. I plan to. I'm going to speed it up quite a bit. The problem is that it tips backwards like the canoe does, which just looks more stupid on a full-sized sailboat. What do I have? Oh, sweet, these are done. I'm gonna leave those there for now. I don't have enough metal to start that. I will go pee real fast. Go ahead and pause the game. No, I actually haven't. Yet. I definitely plan to fuck with the speed of the boat. And I am back. Give me a second. So how's everybody doing? I need more chests. And not only because I plan on putting a couple in my boat. Let's go and put these buckets away. I don't need them. Ebony logs. Go ahead and hold on to those. I don't know why I said go ahead and hold on to those. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do. I will take my ladders, because I might need them to get out of where I'm going. I'm excited. Would you describe yourself as a fan of Vintage Story? Oh, you're playing Terraria with a friend? Hell yeah. I would really like to get a group together to play some hardcore Terraria. Just find other people who are, like, gamers. Alright. Boom-ba-doom. Alright, what do I have? I do not need my shears. Drop those there. Oh yeah, I never shut off this bug net. It's not that important. Put those there. Medium fertility soil. I don't need so much of this shit. But I don't have inventory either, so you know what? It's staying on me, I suppose. Look at these crabs. Why are they suddenly showing up now that it's frozen over? Oh, you got the image in Discord? Hell yeah. Not to sound like I'm memeing, but those Flaming Hot Funyuns are actually pretty good. I should bring food. That's too late. I'll eat the ebony tree seeds. Also, as far as stuff that I don't need on my person right now, the ebony tree seeds are up there. But it's fine. I just plan on finding that bismuth, mining it up, and then heading back. I found the bismuth while I was screwing around in a cave, off-stream, is the problem. And I didn't want people to know I was screwing around in a cave off-stream, so I did not mark it on my map. Of course, I then brought up that I did it, so probably could have gotten away with marking it on my map. It is in one of these caves. Like, not that far from the surface. Yeah, it's not here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, a mining we will go, a mining we will go. Hi-ho, a dairy, oh, a mining we will go. Just gonna move my lantern into my main hand real fast. Oh, a medium temporal storm is imminent. Well, joke's on you, game. Monsters are passive. And I'm in a hole in the ground anyway. Bismuth? Oh, hey. I don't think this is actually where I found the bismuth. But I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I just hope it's a decent amount of bismuth. Bismuth. But it is rich, so that's promising. Oh, that's rich coming from you. What the fuck? You crouch right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a bismuth bronze anvil. Oh, damn. When it said that temporal storm was imminent, it meant imminent, imminent. Alright, let's bring my prospecting pick out. Switch you to node search. See if there's more bismuth in the area worth digging around for. To do... bismuthnite, small amounts. Oh, it's right fucking there. Alright. Let's do another little search for the area. Stop standing up. Boom. Nope, bismuthnite is still in the area. Considering I need this for bronze, I'm going to want to get all that I can. Perhaps consider fucking off back home if I can't find it before this pickaxe breaks. So it'd be easier if I knew the geography of the mountain. Because the ore is going to follow the basic path. Dang it. I could potentially find more bismuth digging my way out like this. However, it's not ideal not being able to crouch jump. Alright. Let's get another reading. Oh, hello, raiders! A whole 2 minutes ago, I really need to set up a sound notification. Welcome in. I'm currently playing in passive mode like a coward. Not for coward reasons, but because I don't have an attention span. And if monsters were trying to kill me all the time, I would not get anything done. Kind of don't anyway. So if you are still here, what were you playing? 2 minutes is a long time to not notice a raid. So if you are already gone, I totally get it. You know, this is actually the first time I've heard drifters. Mm, 21. Each one has 25 units. Oh, hello. It is strange that even in peaceful mode, or passive rather, shivers seem to know that they want to kill you. I don't know, it's just in their DNA. Yeah, this is water, so I don't think I came this direction. That being said, the more I do wander around, the more likely I am to lose the exit to this shithole. I mean, cave in the side of a mountain. Secret tunnel. Where am I? You. Mercifully, as in a volley, I can jump 2 blocks high. Actually, you know what? On reflection, bismuth is really hard to see during a temporal storm. I could walk right past it and I wouldn't notice because of the weird distortion. This is some strange generation. That's just quartz. Am I really going to just choose to get lost? Yep, looks like I'm making the decision to get lost. Saltpeter! I don't need it. No, I'm just in a cave in the ground. You know, as one does. I'm looking for bismuth, or I was. Currently, I'm just lost. I'm actually pretty deep underground. So if I just keep heading upwards, I'll probably get back out. That's just a lot of saltpeter. Saltpeter is good for the production of explosives and something else. I genuinely can't remember what at the moment. Fertilizer. It's also a good fertilizer. Ah, that didn't work. Boop. Cannot build or destroy. It is claimed by a higher power. What does that mean? Am I in a dungeon and I just somehow didn't notice? Well, now I want to get up there. What is this higher power? The only good god is a dead god, so surely it's not anything to do with gods. How do I get up there? I can only jump too high. Nope, that's also claimed by a higher power. Can I place it over here? No, also claimed by a higher power. The hell is going on? Can you believe this shit, corrupted drifter? I guess I'm stuck down here because of some weird higher power. Going to start solo leveling a dungeon? I'm not in a dungeon, I'm just in a cave. If I was in a dungeon, I wouldn't be on peaceful still. And if I'm in a dungeon, I'm not aware of it. Can I build here? Nope. What is this higher power bullshit? I just decided I don't actually care. I'm gonna fly out of here. I want to see what this is. There's nothing here. What is this about a higher power? I suppose that generation is very weird. But if it's a dungeon, it's not one I'm familiar with. I don't think it's a dungeon. Could be down. I've lost the dungeon. I also was raided by a party of 4, but I think they already left. Yeah, let's try digging down and see if that's where the dungeon is. I don't think there's a dungeon here, though. I think the game is just fucking with me. It knows I'm screwing around and it didn't want me to be able to leave. Alright. Back into survival mode. My inventory is now full of andesite. But that's fine, because I can do this. Why not let me place? There we go. Hey, Bowthorn, I don't suppose you know how to get out of here, do you, buddy? As somebody who hates Bowthorns, them not being hostile to me is a lot of fun, actually. I suppose if I want to get out of this cave, I'm just gonna have to keep heading up. Whatever up looks like. Oh, hey, a tree. I don't think that's how I got in there. So what luck that that exit exists. How are you doing, Laxia? Viker! Or Vikar. Terve ja tervetuloa. Let's see here. That's copper. There's bees. There's clay that I marked with a bee for some reason. Where'd the tin go? The god just popped up in front of me. It's like, oi, did you go into creative mode to start breaking my shit? I'm like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I would have liked to have gotten out of that cave without having to go into creative mode, but it was genuinely stuck because of some weird higher power. When I've actually got food on me, I should explore that cave a little bit more thoroughly. Because if there is a dungeon in there, I would like to find it. Of course, if I'm going to be exploring a dungeon, I should do so in survival. Or, I mean, I've been playing survival, obviously. But I should let monsters be hostile. If the game is going to go through the trouble of, throwing a saw blade, locust, or a bell at me, I should at least be ready to engage with that saw blade, locust, or bell. Nope. I wonder how Vikar's doing. Evali, you rated before, has their birthday today. I am all for supporting other Evali. Imagine having a birthday in November, though. My mother and my youngest sibling both have November birthdays. They're poor, unfortunate souls. I like the snow. I'm glad that it's snowing. I don't know what time it is, but I don't think I'll be raiding. Yeah, I'll be streaming for like another 2 hours. If they are still going, don't let me forget, and I will raid them. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm in survival. I'm not going to complain about not taking damage just now, but it is a little odd. Okay, this is the second time I've ended up in this part of the cave. Ah, the zinc! You know what, why didn't I use this spell to look around more thoroughly for fucking bismuth? It's probably because I'm stupid. That's probably why. Nope. Just trying to stack rocks. Rock stack in. Transformers. Robots in disguise. I personally like the howling. Wolves are usually hostile to you. But they are just puppy dogs, so I don't mind. Honestly, I would be cool with the wildlife remaining hostile. I'm just annoyed by all the sentries and the drifters. Actually, not even the drifters. It's the shivers that are an issue. Or no, not them. I keep mixing up the shivers, which I like, and the both ones, which I don't. I don't like both ones. Here's the cave I was trying to get into. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. I do feel bad. I completely missed that raid of 4. Although nobody said hi in chat. Not their fault. I should have been more tentative. Gotta pay attention to more than one part of my screen. Hey dudes, are there any more, or is there any more ink in here? Ink? Zinc? Y'all know how it is. I could use more zinc. Zonk. I for some reason thought that Drifter's ass was some more ore of some kind. Instead it's just Drifter butt. Oh, this place is really unstable. That's just a bowthorn. Whoop. Oh, fuck. I'm fine. Oh, hello. Now this is a dungeon. Forage. If there's food in here, that would be pretty handy, considering. What is that? Oh, Bundles of bamboo stakes. Not what I would call useful. You know what I do want is that ruined gear. Sounds like the kind of thing I would be joking about. What could I possibly want this ruined gear for? And I don't have to explain myself. Pick it up. Fuck yeah. Whoops. Whatever. My temporal stability is going down quickly. That's just sticks and stones. Is that something I can eat? That just looks like flint to me. On account of it being flint. That's just cattails. And more fiber. Well, actually, no, I threw that. Huh. Big sad. Small ruined crate. Nothing in there. Let's take this ladder up. Other side. Ooh, ruined bastard. That's not what that says. Although a bastard sword is a thing. Jonas assembly. Ooh, some gears, some lime. A lump of fat is actually a good find. Let's grab the gears. As weird as it sounds, I do want the lump of fat. A copper hoe. I've decided I want this as well. Forage vessel does not contain anything. What I want... it's got some strange shit in it. What do I not care about? Well, for one thing, if I want to truly stop picking this shit back up, let's go and throw it over the edge. Oh, it's a cloth pile. It's not even an item that I could pick up, potentially. Let's go ahead and break this. And then I should perhaps leave on account of, the hostile vibes. Oh, and I'm still starving. Forage. Can I eat the bamboo? No. No, I cannot. Hold a single item in your main hand while meditating to activate. I don't need a bamboo wand. Let's go and throw the andesite. Metal scraps. That just had sticks in it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. Already open that. Was that fire clay? Fire clay's a good find. What do I not care about? Let's get rid of the flint. And the shale. And the flint. Hell yeah. Alright. Well, let's get out of here before I start taking damage. On account of my low stability. I don't suppose you all know where the exit is, do ya? Well, it's just quartz. I could be checking in the quartz for silver and gold. Probably wondering what one would even want with silver and gold. Well, I'm glad you asked. A hypothetical person. You can make black bronze with an alloy of copper, silver, and gold. Black bronze is not actually black. It do be bronze, though. It's my favorite of the 3 bronze alloys. Because while it is not black, it is cool looking. It's like a darker metal. Oh. The other alloys being tin bronze and bismuth bronze. Can I stop overshooting my jumps? I'm trying to get out of here. I'm gonna start starving to death soon. Got plenty of bandages, though. That is what bandages are for. Yep, now I get it. You're hungry. Sweet. I'm now in a stable location. Out of dirt. Although that right there, muddy gravel, tells me that I'm right under the river, which is not where I want to be. Escape! Yeah, I get it. You're starving. Did you not leave a marked path back to the surface? Why would I leave marked paths? What do I look like, a sane person? Alright. Let's get the fuck back home so we can eat some food. See if we are able to make any bismuth bronze. I mean, but we're going to be able to make at least a bit of bismuth bronze. Puppy dog. The poor thing is covered in snow. Oh shit, I'm starving. Run for it. Once I've eaten, and perhaps slept so that it's not pitch black out, I might need more copper as well. Hey Vicar, how many milligrams of caffeine do you think would be in 10 liters of espresso? Like, roughly. Oop. There's a hole there. Can I eat the saltpeter? No. God forbid hot people like me try to do anything around here. We should probably actually make some food. I've got plenty of food. Why did I bring the rusty gear home? I guess I just really wanted it. Damn, that's some good ass stew right there. Let's go and eat a little. Honk, me. Apparently Loxia also has a birthday in November. Hello, Leon Hood. I think that drinking 10 liters of anything would probably be enough to kill you. But there's almost certainly enough caffeine in 10 liters of espresso for it to be toxic. Buckets in this game hold exactly 10 liters of liquid. So I've got a great idea for a beverage. I call it the Heartstopper. It's just 10 liters of espresso. You drink the entire thing in one go, and it just kills you. Instantly. Dang it. How is my salt not done yet? Hell, my salt's not going to be done for another, like, 3.4 days. Anyway, now that it's brighter, I should clear out my inventory a tiny bit. I don't need half this stuff on my person. Oh, sweet. I actually jumped in the fire, and I'm totally fine. What do I not need on me? Can I stack saltpeter on the ground? Yes. Not going to lie, as somebody who hates organizing their inventory, I am loving the sheer amount of shit you can just stack on the ground now. I'm living for it. Oh yeah, I should actually bring some food. If I'm going to be going back underground. I'm not going to go that far underground, so hopefully I won't get lost. How long are these fish for in my pocket? 89 days? I'll probably be back before then. Could you imagine just having fried potato chips rattling around in your pocket for 90 days? And just pop them out and it's like, oh, quick, while these are still good. I cannot wait until long-term foods is compatible with expanded foods. Non-zero chance of dying. There was that one woman in the Hold Your Wii for a Wii contest. Didn't even get first place. And it fucking killed her. Honestly, the human body is wild. It will survive the most wild shit, and then won't survive some of the most mundane shit. Although 10 liters is just a ton of liquid. I don't think that's how much he drank. But I mean, just in general. Right, well, time to start mining down like normal. How am I gonna get back out of here? I guess I did just pick up a bunch of dirt. Oh good, it's poor. I'm also poor, so I guess I can't complain. I should perhaps look for more bismuth and zinc as well. Although with my ability to just dig massive holes using mana, I could just go after tin. I don't have the location of any tin. Oh, wrong thing. Oh yeah. I can't imagine digging without this spell. What am I going to do? Just play the game the way it's intended? Honestly, as soon as I get into spell crafting proper, I might be stupid. I can also create a spell that'll let me conjure my own pickaxe. Same way I can conjure axes. And then all of mining can just be done with magic. And technically, conjuring the pickaxe would just save me from having to make a pickaxe. It's still just manual mining. What was that? Oh, it's a fox. I do think it would be funny if your model is like a certain size. So if you're small, like I am, foxes are also hostile. Either this is not the entrance I used earlier, or I'm just leaving gears on the ground like a dumbass. Yeah, this isn't how I got in here. I'm also totally just leaving gears on the ground like a dumbass, though. Wasn't there a guy who, like, I don't know if he died. I think he almost died. But he was drinking, like, horse electrolytes. And his body had too much sodium. Honestly, if it's something that can kill a human has probably died that way, unfortunately. Life is precious, but it is also, like, exceptionally frail. What the hell is that cave I used? I'm like 20% sure I got all of the bismuth, but I probably should have still marked it. This is why I can't have nice things. Just because of who I am as a person. Yeah, I don't think that the cave is over here. I also think I heard a shiver, but it's not important. Could have been a raccoon. I'm not saying that shivers and raccoons sound similar, but I am really stupid. Hello there, Shiver. I am playing in a passive. I'm not opposed to a good challenge. But as I was explaining earlier, I'm really dumb. And so if I'm trying to be productive and I'm constantly being attacked, yeah, it does not do good things for my productivity. Oh damn, can't get coal without bronze? This is unlikely. A hole where I've found a bismuth in the past. Alright, let's get back out of here, assuming I can find the exit. Whoop. Whoop. Whoopa Gangnam Style. Or it's Oppa. Oppa Gangnam Style. There are no, like, mod packs. I should probably list the mods I'm playing with. I've got expanded foods, long-term foods. The compatibility mods for that. Rustbound Magic and Feverstone Wilds are probably the biggest ones. Just a whole bunch of, like, survival and vibe mods. And then for no reason at all, magic. A lot of people don't like Rustbound Magic because it's exceptionally grindy. And really annoying, at least with the sentry mobs. But I'm pretty clearly cheating, at least as far as magic is concerned. And I'm playing in passive, so the two most annoying things don't bother me none. Multiple did what? Drinking the horse electrolytes? I know a bunch of people were taking ivermectin, which is like a horse dewormer. And what's funny is that some people actually did have parasites, so the ivermectin did make them feel better. It didn't do what they thought it was doing, though. That's just stupid. Nah, Rustbound magic is a decent amount of fun. It's just so much work, and ain't nobody got time for that. I can't even find a cave. It's like a big hole in the side of a mountain. There's no way it moved. Oh, but considering I can't find a cave, well, there's no way that I would have as much stuff as I do in Rustbound if I wasn't cheating. Although I did actually have to go back and screw myself over. There is a known bug currently where if you max out your mana, it just kind of glitches out and raises infinitely. This isn't where I want to be going. What is that? Oh, borax! I can't get that currently, and I already know where more borax is. But it's wild how common borax seems to be when it's not what you're looking for. Hello? Is there any bismuth in here? I'm not entirely sure how I lost an entire cave entrance. Hello? Is this where I dropped down? No. It's where I dropped down now, though. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. I'm sure I'm glad I committed to the bit. Only for there to be nothing down here. Nope. I trapped myself slightly. It's fine, I got a spell for this. Alright. I don't know how non-mages get anywhere. I guess carefully. This is a pretty neat cave, especially with how you have to swim through like a tunnel of water to get to it. Not that many torches. Whoop, going down. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. No, more saltpeter. Ooh, copper. It is poor. Was that a fucking gunshot in the mod? Or the game? I don't think it was. Sounded like a gunshot, though. Oh, medium copper. I should really be collecting that. Alright, fine, I'll collect the copper. Twist my arm. I'm just over here. It's like, I'm going to do everything I can to screw myself over in this game. And then as soon as I talk myself out of it, I make it sound like chat is bullying me into being productive. It would be cool to be playing in a server, though. I'm over here mining. As much as I like being underground and in caves, I do not like chores. Which is exactly what this is. It's a good amount of copper. Oh, whoops. Being able to reveal More copper like this is really good. Hello there, Shiver. Oh yeah, it's a decent amount of copper in here. Do I have my other pick? I do. Good, good. I really should have put my animal fat away while I was home. And there goes my pick. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. I think Pocket could totally be the miner if we ever got a server going. And then I can focus on the things I actually care about. Like mining, livestock, and fruit orchards. And of course cooking. Did I say mining? I meant farming. I've been in the cave for like 20 seconds, and I've already got cave madness. I can get out of here, but not in a way that's going to look good. I've already lost the exit. That's probably not true. I've probably not already lost the exit. Very well could have, though. Right, let's look around a tiny bit more for some copper. There's some copper. I do think playing in a server as well, I could focus a tiny bit more on wristband magic without needing to cheat quite so much. Like, if my only focuses are on farming and stuff, I'd have a good amount of downtime. Dang it. What can I throw? Get rid of this andesite. Probably going to break my hammer. I'm trying to break down all of this ore. I'd rather not use copper, since I don't like how it looks. But, for the purposes of just starting out, I should probably use copper for my herb racks. As soon as I can start drying herbs, I can start making potions. Oh yeah, alchemy, that's another pretty big mod that I've got. I just haven't really played with it that much. But I got it. It is in this pack. Ooh, there. How the fuck am I not taking fall damage? I mean, like, I'm not complaining. Fall damage sucks. But I should be taking it, is what I'm getting at. Hello, is there anything down here? Did you fall to your death? Dude did. Poor thing. Whoop. There we go. Now I'm taking fall damage. Ooh, more medium copper. How the hell am I going to get back out of this cave? Oh, damn. This place is protected by a higher power. I would really like to know what the hell that means. So if we can find, like, an opening to a dungeon. That's probably what this is. Things bogarting all of my copper, though. Yep, protected by higher power. Have y'all seen, like, a door? Why do the shivers do that, do you think? It's gonna take a reading. There could be silver or gold in here. No, but there are huge amounts of quartz. Of course, I could have told them that. Alright. What is this higher power, and why can't I dig here? Going back into survival, or creative. It's a lot of ore I can't actually access because of this higher power. That's a ton of ore I can't access because of this higher power. I'm hoping if I just keep digging around, I'll find an entrance to something. Some kind of X-ray would be nice. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anything above me, except more zinc. Is it below? What is this higher power? Is it Dave? Oh, there's the mantle. So who knows what this higher power is? Alright, fine. I'm heading back. Would be nice if I could collect any of this ore. But I guess the higher power owns it. Where was I? Oh, that leads up. There we go. I don't suppose y'all know anything about a higher power, do ya? Back to survival. Oh. Well, hello. So this thing here is like one of the most difficult enemies in the game. What it does is it summons strong things to its aid. Hey, could you all stop? I'm just trying to build upwards. Bye. I'm not entirely sure what the lore of the bells is, actually. I think there are lore tablets that explain them. From where I'm standing, it's just a thing making a ton of noise. But if I was not in passive mode, I would definitely be dead. Although the bell itself does not fight back, so I wonder if I could not kill the bell. Usually if you attack something in passive mode, it will defend itself. But the bell does not defend itself, it just calls for help. Which is actually something I wish I could do. My favorite Terraria class is Summoner. It would be pretty cool if I could just summon a little entity to fight for me or something. Drifter, do you mind? I'm trying to dig my way out of here. Bye, Drifter. Alright, I'm back here at least. Nope. Shit's claimed by a higher power. Where is it? What does that mean? What? That's poor. Is there a dungeon here? Is there like a... No, there can't be a merchant. Alright. Some crawly space. Go back into survival. I'm confused. Is this where I was mining for bismuth? Might be. If it is where I was mining for bismuth, I'm pretty sure it is all gone. Might be Christian Soyuz. What? Is this about the bell? Well, hello there, nature drone. There do be nature down here. What's up, Shiver? That's not a Shiver, that's a Bowthorn. I keep mixing them up. Well, it's a good thing I don't think they take offense to that. Alright, let's get out of this cave. Oh, the bell. Used to be for warning miners. Well, the bells don't do that anymore. Unless what they're warning miners of is that they're about to die because there's a bell. I'm a menace to this landscape. Chirp. And we're back out of the mountain. I don't know why I went down there. Didn't accomplish it, though. That's for almost certain. Well, I like the bells. I have yet to do it on stream. But there's like a friendly bell that you do encounter doing story stuff. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but it's there. Oh, a hole in the ground. I need to stop wandering off into holes in the ground. Unless it's really funny. Alright. We'll see if I can't make any bismuth bronze. Ideally, I would have enough to make a pickaxe and an anvil. But unless bismuth bronze uses next to no bismuth and zinc, it's almost unlikely. Here, let me open up the ore calculator. I should also take care of my chickens. Right, put the potatoes away. Animal fat away. I can put the ebony seeds I've been holding on to this entire time for some reason in one of these chests. Or guess not. I don't have what the kids call inventory space. Hopefully the ocean doesn't freeze. The last thing I want is a Titanic type situation. I mean, that's not going to happen. I do, however, run the risk of getting stuck. Being totally unable to leave. Alright. Vintage story alloy calculator. So, if I want to make bismuth bronze with as little zinc and bismuth as possible, don't need to make that many ingots. You know, I could probably make a pickaxe and an anvil. Although I need more zinc than bismuth. And I've got quite a bit more bismuth than zinc. Also, I haven't smashed them with a hammer yet. So it's possible. I don't have nearly as many nugs as I think I'm going to. I put some rocks out here, right? Unless I put them down only to pick them back up. Maybe I picked them back up. Or because it's nighttime, I'm not going to see them. And I'm just wasting my time. Yeah, I believe I set them next to that, so I had to have picked them back up. Which is what it is. Raw bismuth, that's 105 nuggets, which is more than enough. Sphalerite, which is zinc, 80. That is more than enough. I'm going to require a shit ton of copper. But I'm confident I've got that. Alright, let me look at the alloy calculator. Who is sending me messages on Discord? What game is this? Fuck. I just remembered I don't have an anvil mold anymore because you have to break those to get it out now. So guess what we're doing? Let's go ahead and move these. Actually, I'm not making anything with these yet. So this is a Herbrack hook mold and a Herbrack top mold. Going to come as a surprise. But with those, I can make an herb rack. And the herb rack is for drying horsetail and other herbs. But really, it's just horsetail. Not a lot of herbs added by mods. Wildcraft fruit and herbs obviously adds a lot of herbs. But I don't have that. It's not updated for this version of the game yet. I do not think. Right. Let's go ahead and get this anvil made. Not to sound like some kind of loser, but I do actually really like this game a hell of a lot more when I'm not constantly being harassed by monsters. I don't know, it's just a very good vibe. And for reasons that I cannot explain, existing in the same world as the monsters, and them not being hostile to me, like we're just kind of chilling, is a lot of fun. I don't know if it makes the most entertaining television, but I'm enjoying it. Obviously, I need the viewers to be entertained as well. But perhaps the real enemy is my own attention span. So I don't need actual monsters distracting me every 25 seconds. I'll do that by myself. And at least this way I don't have to carry a weapon on me. Because I was breaking like 2 hits. I'm exaggerating. But by how much? A decent amount. Now, weapon durability is kind of shit, but it's not that bad. And if you make a weapon out of metal, instead of just making stone spearheads all the time, it will last significantly longer. Bumpadoo. I don't know, just the chill vibes of clay forming outside at night as the snow gently falls around me. Quality stuff. The snow falling around me is a tiny bit concerning, considering I do have to take my boat out and look for a place to settle down before it freezes over. But we're just going to pretend that's a later issue, until it becomes like a now issue, and there's nothing I can do about it. I ignore all of my problems until they go away or kill me. Boom, boom, boom. I guess it's fair to say that my strategy is to do nothing but hope for the best. There we go. Do I have dry grass anywhere? Would be a lot cooler if I did. No. At least not. Wait. Not enough. I do have some dry grass, though, which is more than I thought I had. Are you all excited? I'll be entering the Bronze Age. And then hopefully not staying in the Bronze Age for very long. The Bronze Pick and Anvil are really just going to be for trying to get into the Iron Age. If I can find, like, a good vein of hematite, or even magnetite, I will be golden. Let's go make a knife. I kind of want to make a Molly Blackhawk's lantern. Although with my boat being the darker ore, I wonder if I shouldn't make a brighter lantern. Not a darker ore. It's got a rudder instead of an oar for one. And even if I'm not being a dork, it's made of wood. Oh yeah, fuck. I keep saying I'm going to collect my pheasant's eggs, and then I don't do that. I need to get those in the cellar. Although logically they wouldn't go bad, it's snowing. Look at that. Fresh for 5 days. Also, I haven't been making paper lately, which is kind of sad, because I need paper to make my pants. If that doesn't make sense, that's totally fine. Alright, now I can collect grass. I think it's only 8. No, I need 8 sticks. What are you doing? That's an invalid item. You can keep it though. I don't actually care. I think 12. 12 should be enough. 10. 10 was enough. Go ahead and grab 8 sticks. My game is lagging a tiny bit. I'm sure it's not an issue. Lag's never gotten anyone killed. I mean, lag has definitely gotten people killed, but I'm in passive mode, so it should be fine. If I use peat moss rather than firewood, it would go a tiny bit faster, but I'm not in any rush. I don't know why the game is running so slowly. I just hope I don't do anything, like, good progression-wise, and then the game decides it's going to crash, deciding that all of my progression was for naught. Alright. Make sure I don't have any perishables on me. Nope, no perishables. I'm in a hole, though. Who hasn't spent some time in a hole? Some good stew. What time is it? Pelion Kokila on. 34 AM. I shouldn't sleep, but I am. Just waiting for my anvil, so let's go ahead and do that. I actually really like the way bismuth looks. It's pretty fun to chisel it into stuff. But that being said, the crafting recipe for a block of bismuth, which is what you would need to chisel it into stuff, it's like 4 plates, which is 8 whole ingots worth. Oh damn, let's forget fish. There we go. There is actually a fish stuck in there, but it's frozen. There's something in your basket. I wonder if the poor creature is able to escape. The longer you go without getting them out of the basket, the higher chance they have of breaking out of it. And considering the dude is frozen in a block of ice, I'm cheering for him. Fresh for 5 days. I know I just put it on, but are you done yet? I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and sail laps around my island. Just to get a feel for this slow rowboat, or sailboat. It's not that slow. It could be a hell of a lot faster. But I don't know that it could be a hell of a lot faster without tilting backwards the same way my other boat was. Also, at some point, I'll be able to decorate the boat with shields. That's a vanilla feature now. How do I make rat lines? Rat lines? It's going to require 7 coils of rope. But that makes 2 of them, using the shipwright's blueprint, which I already have. yeah, better ruins. That's another important mod that it got. The other one that I want is just called the Farmer's Blueprint. And it's used in literally only one recipe for Terra Preta. I guess technically it's used in 2 recipes. But for this one here that uses a single high fertility soil, I can get 3 Terra Preta, which is really good. Some would probably argue overpowered. But there is no fantasy like a power fantasy. And yes, I am saying that my desire to grow large amounts of crops quickly is a power fantasy. And to be fair, my Avali is an obligate carnivore. So the crops are just for variety. Which is, of course, the spice of life, once again. I could really use a lantern. Let's see here. Molly Blackhawkus. How would you even pronounce that anyway? It's Molly Blackhawkus. Bd. Alright, so that's made with bits. This is not helpful. Oh, I'll just have to look it up on the alloy calculator. Somewhere over the rainbow. Molly Blackhawkus. Alright, so, for... what do I need? 4 ingots? 2 ingots to make a lantern? I think it's made with a plate. So that would require 36 lead and 4 copper. Really, there's a lot of lead in my area, and not a whole lot else it's good for. So there's perhaps no reason not to make a Molly Blackhawkus lantern. That being said, if I'm going to explore, like really explore, I'm going to need a faster boat. This one's got a bunch of room for storage. Can even bring an elk on it, which I don't care about. Oh, I can run faster than an elk. The elk is pretty powerful though, because it can be used to carry, I believe, a couple weapons. A sleeping roll, a cooking pot. Although I could just carry all that stuff on a chest in the boat. The only issue is I would have to carry it on my person when I head to land. Assuming I plan on going inland with it. Yeah, I like my boat. Problem is that it is slower by a lot than my canoe. Of course, the canoe's speed only exists because I was fucking with it. What are you? Black coal. I've almost got bronze, so I can almost actually do something with black coal. Okay, we're almost back home. Now, it took me that long to sail around the island. Mercifully, I can sail without having to hold down the W key, though. So even with this boat being quite a bit slower, as long as I don't hit any land, I could just tab out. Maybe edit a video, watch a podcast. Or not watch, but listen to a podcast. I wonder if it's a concern, actually, that there is lead so close to my cellar. Oh, is it raining? Fuck yeah, I love the rain. Gonna bring the boat a little bit closer around. What if I couldn't set the boat to be fast as fuck? If you get the sail all the way down? And then, like, just a reasonable speed if you've got the sail half down like this. You know, for bringing it in close to land. My issue is that I would like to live somewhere close to a mountain so that I can get ice, even in the spring and summer. But I'd also like to live close to the ocean, so I gotta have like a dock. I actually park my boat in it. Whoop. My boat is so nice. Oh, I'm a big fan. Is my pottery done yet? No. Probably could have noticed that the light I could see from the shore. That was my pottery. It's going to take a while, but I cannot wait until I've got a beehive kiln. As soon as I've got a beehive kiln going, I can actually make black ceramic instead of just dark brown. Although I perhaps shouldn't make all of my ceramics black. Hell, fucking yeah. On account of the fact that I would like to make my counters out of netherite. Right, so that's 900 units of metal. And then that's 100 units of metal. Smack you there. Oh yeah, fuck, I closed the thing I had open for my own benefit. It's whatever. Put that back to bismuth bronze, as little as possible. 10, so I want 20 bismuth, 40 tin, and then a stack and 12 of copper. Stack and 12, which does not leave me with, it leaves me with a good amount of copper. Whoops, no, sphalerite I believe wanted 40. I should double check. If I get it wrong, it's not going to let me make anything. Yes, 40. And then 20 bismuth. Huh. Oh, fuck. I'm 1 copper short. Boom. Oh, and I need 20 more of these. Not for nothing, chat, but I might be stupid. There we go. 1,000 units of bismuth bronze. Let's go and bring it up to temp with wood, so I don't waste too much of my charcoal. As much as I don't like mining in this game, and clearly, if I wasn't using magic, the mining would have taken me a hell of a lot longer. I do like making progress. Problem is that my brain does not give me that little hit of dopamine for, like, making progress. I only get that little hit of dopamine once I actually do something. But since it's hard to appreciate a good long-term goal, basically just suffer all the time. I hide it pretty well, but I've got ADHD that I do not and cannot medicate. The American healthcare system is in shambles. How are my birds doing? No more eggs. To be fair, I did get like, whoa. Did it crash? I can still hear the music. No, no crash. I could probably make a bismuth hook. Like for my herbs. Not a bismuth hook. I could make a bismuth herb rack I tested it in creative mode, and the hooks, apparently the appearance does not work the way it should, or whatever. So, like, regardless of what metal you make the hooks out of, so you might as well use them for, like, a cheap metal for them. They look like the metal you use for the top. Oh, no, it's still trapped in there. And I can't get the poor creature out. It'll probably rot in there. But it's fine, because rot is useful too. Alright, that's pretty much up to tab. Put that in there. And put that down. Are you excited, Pocket? We're about to have some tin bronze, or bismuth bronze. Kind of want to make a bismuth lantern. I've got enough bismuth left over to make a bismuth lantern. But I could also make 4 bismuth hooks. Although I don't know if I need more than one. It's not like I've gotten super into the alchemy stuff yet. I kind of want to do a ritual to turn some of my rusty gears into a temporal one. Believe it or not, I never set my spawn. Not to mention, if I can get 2 temporal gears, I could also make some recall potions. Very Terraria. They do actually work exactly like the recall potions in Terraria. They just teleport you back to your spawn. Which, depending on what I'm doing, would be very good. But considering I sail everywhere, like, I wouldn't want to leave my boat behind. So unless I'm off mining in a place that I don't want to get above ground, but I don't want to, like, I wouldn't be abandoning my boat. Y'all know what I'm on about. I'm just glad that I got this ruined gear. I wish I could decorate my ship with that. Or just put it on the front like you would a shield. Damn, this is eating through my charcoal. Although now that I can conjure axes out of the aether. Ether? Net cable? I suppose getting enough firewood to fill a pit wouldn't be too big of a deal. Not to mention, as soon as things warm up a bit, I can sacrifice more walnuts to potentially get, like, a ton of redwood trees. And if you look at the redwood tree over here, that thing right there, well, that's gonna supply a decent amount of firewood by itself. Shiny Brosen. I thought we were playing Terraria. Are you hunting for shiny bronzongs? I almost have bismuth bronze. I'm excited to have bismuth bronze. I'm also going to have a bismuth bronze anvil. It's not the prettiest thing, but it will do the job. Bismuth bronze anvil. Now, my favorite is black bronze, but that does require silver and gold. And finding silver and gold is not easy to do. Not to mention that you need bronze to collect silver and gold. So unless you get really lucky with the panning, I don't think anybody's first bronze pickaxe is usually black bronze. Come on. As soon as this is done, I want to show off the material I plan to make my countertops out of. And I need to know if it's too much. Like it's too dark. I do plan on making my kitchen a relatively bright area. Except for perhaps the countertops, so that they stand out better. Probably take these out. I'll leave that one in there because I'm paranoid. Just to be safe. No, it doesn't need to be in there. Might need to be in there. The last thing I need is for it to start to cool. Yeah, I'm paranoid. I'm putting it back. There we go. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, 900 units. And we're golden. Well, we're bismuth bronze. Also put this way. So pretty soon here, we're going to technically be in the Bronze Age. You think you're several minutes behind? It's not impossible. Alright, so grab this. I need a hammer and a chisel. You're on time now? Sweet. So I think I want to make my countertops out of this material here. And polished netherite. So keep in mind, this would only be the top of the counter. Do you think that this material would be too much for like a countertop? Whip, let me up. I personally really like it. I just don't know how it would look in a kitchen. Like if I'm going to have the countertop and other accent pieces be such a dark color, I'm going to have like the floor probably be limestone or something so that it's like a wider, like lighter room. I could also probably do netherite chiseled or engraved. Here we go. Give me 2 more of those. Ick. Set that down. Thank you. Boom ba doom. Netherite engraved. Boom. Let's see here, I could do something. Oh damn, the snow is coming in fast. Whoops. Yeah, so like decorative there. And then of course the base of the counter could be like something lighter for sure. And then of course I'm probably gonna want some slabs or something so that I'm not overly short. I'm probably not going to want my kitchen on like a full slab. That's definitely not where I wanted that at the very least. Do. Where? Yeah, especially if my counter is this thick. Although it probably wouldn't be. See here. Yeah. I do still feel like that's a little bit high. Or rather, the counter's a little bit low. Maybe have the floor be a tiny bit shorter than half of a slab. Let's go and pick this up. I don't have any good material that I would be hypothetically making the floor out of. How many are there? 3? That's not enough. Let's go and grab these. Throw those in there. Let's see here. Astrolith. Ashlar. Which will require mortar, so I can't test that at the moment. But I can at least see what this looks like with a lighter stone. In a couple of seconds. There we go. Boom. So this is not what my floor would be made out of. But it is a lighter block, so we can check it out. Thank you for the follow, 3D Addict. How are you doing this lovely whatever time of day it is? Kerales. I don't know that I know who that is. I will choose to take it as a compliment, though, so thank you. You're digging a hole for your house? I still kind of live in a hole. I don't think I have the chisel or hammer durability to be screwing around like I am. Yeah, no, I think this height is much better. I don't have the means to test it right now, but I feel like if I was making a pie on this countertop, I would be able to visualize it well enough. Oh, you need to dig foundations? So perhaps you are already doing a little bit better than I am, considering this is my house, so it's just like this weird dirt thing in the side of a hill. Ooh, my bismuth bronze anvil is almost done. And my pickaxe is cool enough to stand on. Gonna eat some food. Use rammed earth. This is all temporary. Oh, look how good this soup is. Or stew. 1760 protein satiety, 800 grain. Put that down. My issue is that the things I do for fun in this game are farming and cooking. I'm pretty shit at stuff like mining and building. That's not what I want. Heck yeah. That's enough stone to do what I was trying to do anyway. Another astrolith. So unfortunately, because of my height, I'm gonna have to do some weird stuff. Oh, shit. Gotta put my hammer on. And so I don't know what the counter itself will be made out of, since the dark stone is just going to be the countertop. Nope, not that. But yeah, I'm going to have the floor connected to the hammer in such a way like... Or not hammer, countertop. In such a way like this. And then of course, because I've got KQ chisel mod, I can make this a functional table countertop. These things here are... What are they called? Arclight furnaces. Basically, they pull mana out of these things and then infuse different items with it. So like this one here is we're making astrolith, which I don't actually care about. I just need a light stone. And then this one here is currently not making anything because I'm a disaster of a human being. But this one would be ideally making netherite, which is these cool dark purple stones here. I don't know what I plan on making the base of my counter out of, but this so far is my idea for a countertop. And I think it's looking nice. I'm not just doing dark arts in the yard. There's light arts going on as well. I've got dark magic, light magic, and neutral magic. If you do all three, it's totally fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to come up with designs for a countertop. Because if I make a table... I don't remember how to make a table, so bear with me. Nope, that's a walnut seat. Here's a table. No, do I just put it in there with chisel? There we go, decorative block. What I can do... Now this is just a practice. Yeah, the brazier-like blocks. Oh, you were AFK. Here, let me put this down and then I'll explain them again. So this is a decorative table real quick, so I can smack on my countertop concept, and I can use this to make pies. So that's what I'm doing right now. These are arclight furnaces. What they do is they consume mana from these three objects. There's the Devouring Void, the... I can't remember what that one's called. Celestial Prism, and then the Obelisk. And so I throw items in, such as Enchanted Stone, Rustbound Magic. Although Rustbound Magic is extremely grindy, I am cheating the fuck out of this mod pack. But I'm also very clearly just using it for decorative purposes. And digging holes. Rustbound Magic is a lot more fun if you cheat. It is less grindy than it used to be. Rustbound Magic doesn't have any world gen properties, so you should totally be able to. Oh yeah, are you still there, that one, Protogen? Check it out, I made a boat. Actually, I made 2 boats. Well, no, I spawned that one in. So I made the boat correctly. It slid into the water, and then back onto land, so now it just kind of sits here. 302 mods. That is certainly a number of mods. Depending on the version of the game you're playing on, Rustbound Magic is going to be even more grindy. The version I'm currently playing on, 1.21.5. Okay, so you're on the right version. Like, this is the least grindy Rustbound Magic has ever been, and I am still cheating. But I'm also having fun. And while obviously, since I am streaming this, I need the audience to be entertained as well, I think it is pretty important that I also be enjoying the game. Donkey. Come here, coward. Are you a donkey? Yep, you're a donkey. What's your weight like? Creature weight low? Alright, you get to live for now. Conquest Reforged? I don't know that I've ever heard of that. Well, I just play with the mods that I like. I've got expanded foods, long-term foods, which adds cool stuff like 2 different types of sugar, potatoes and corn. Better ruins. Expanded foods is broken. I've never had errors. Or if I am getting errors, they're not anywhere I can see them. Oh, I thought you meant expanded foods was OP as hell, because if I come in here and look at my soup... Look at that thing. 1,760 protein satiety, 800 grain, 450 vegetable, and then 3.1999 healing. That healing being there. Do you check the logs? No. I wouldn't even be able to tell you where the logs are. Are you done? Oh yeah, it's done. Boom! We are now technically in the Bronze Age. My anvil's even straight this time. Boom! And we got a bismuth bronze pickaxe. We are in the money. Which I still don't know where I picked that up. I say it an awful lot for something I don't know where I heard it or what it really means. Are you rot yet? No. No, it's not. Weird. That should definitely be rot, assuming it is capable of rotting. Boom. Bismuth bronze pick. I am not going to do anything with that until I am at a point where I can make iron. Which means I should probably do some prospecting. Find out what's in the area. Let's go ahead and do that now. Oh yeah, the dirt here is really low. Alright. Bum. Oh, I just thought about something. Because of my small size, I can squeeze into holes like this, which will only make prospecting easier. Oh, well, I have a feeling I'm going to find some quartz in the area, that's for sure. Boom. Native copper. I cannot see that because Twitch chat is right there, which is perhaps an issue I'm going to have to address. Whoops. Twitch chat's currently not visible. Oh, there is sulfur in the area. I think sulfur can just be used to make hunger potions, though. Or whatever the opposite of a hunger potion would be. It fills you, but not a lot. Let's get Twitch chat back somewhere I can see it. Boom. I don't even know what a lum is. I definitely used to. Sphalerite. That's zinc, right? Yes. Although what I would like is more bismuth. I have an alchemy mod. And bismuth herb hooks, herb-rack hooks, look really good. Help. No, I do not use X skills. I know that in the past X skills has worked with expanded foods, but I don't think it currently does. Alright. Rustbound did used to work with it. I don't know if it currently does. A lot of stuff is still updating to 1.21.5. Honestly, the only reason I use it, even though I'm clearly unwilling to engage with its bullshit, is because the Avali that I'm playing as is canonically a mage. Alright, let's see here. What do we got in the area? Oh, poor magnetite. So, like, that's not good magnetite, obviously. But that does mean there is iron in the area. Usually I find hematite. With almost no exaggeration whatsoever. Like, a good vein of hematite will last you for fucking ever. Ooh, a hole in the ground. Boom ba-doom. I need to get that mod. Lignite. That sounds like a Ligma joke. Like a setup for a Ligma joke. Also, still very poor. Although it's strange that I'm not getting very high readings of lead. I guess that could mean that there's just not a lot of lead around. But, like, I've found surface lead, so it's definitely in the area. Yep. What I need is a diving bell mod. Because my world is a tiny bit ocean. Just a little bit. Oh, 1 second. Alright. I had to cough loudly. Decided to mute before doing that. There we go. Well, let's get me out of the hole. Hopefully prospecting works, if I do it on some strange levels like this. What does that say? One more sample? It's working, it's really working. Alright. I really should set this up in such a way that I can just see what I'm doing. Poor magnetite. Is that the parts per thousand label, our logo? Who uses parts per thousand? I mean, it makes sense that the game does. Alright. I'm really not getting large amounts of anything. Poor magnetite. 7.8, 7.7. 7.7. With my luck, the magnetite is going to be on the ocean floor, which is why a diving bell would be pretty sweet. Of course, I would be coming up with solutions to problems that I made. When I was doing my world gen, it's like, oh, how much ocean do you want? I'm like, all of it. One can never have enough ocean. I don't think this is gonna work. Nope, totally worked. That being said, there's nothing in the area. Very poor magnetite. It is getting worse, although it's not how that usually works. That means it's probably over here-ish. Let's go prospect over there. What time is it? Pelion Coquello on. I am going to have to stop streaming soon, unfortunately. Whoop. But that's what I get for being a loser who actually has a job. I don't know that even if I could technically afford to live off of just streaming that I would want to do that. Sure, it would be nice if the option existed. But I would put on like 200 pounds And while there is no issue with being super heavy, I like how active my job is. Not this. This isn't my job. One of these days, I'll become like a large vintage story streamer. I'll be like the best vintage story streamer that's shit at the game. Whoop. Oh, magnetite technically has gotten larger. Or like, there is more in this area. Because if I can find that iron and enter the Iron Age, I will be fucking golden. Geode crab. I tend to never enter the Steel Age. I don't know why, it's just who I am as a person. I have no interest in steel. Usually iron is plenty, but at the same time, all I'm doing is cooking and farming. I've definitely gone through an iron hoe in the past, though, so it's totally possible. One more sample, probably. I can't actually read. Boom. Alright. Got minuscule amounts of bismuth coming in this direction. Decent sphalerite. And magnetite is increasing in this direction. Whoop. What am I doing? Whoop. That's not what I was trying to do. Oh, fuck. My screens. There we go. I can't explain the demons I'm currently fighting. Alright, I don't have a second monitor. So, I've got chat, like, transposed and transparent pinned at the top of my screen so I can always see it. Which is great. It works exactly how I need it to. But, it keeps getting in my way. So I'm hiding it for as long as it takes me to read. And then I'm struggling to put it back. Oh shit. Heck. Yeah, you know what, it's fine. I'll just dig my way back out. Whoop, ba-bow. No, not that way. It's pretty close to my last sample. So probably not going to get anything. Stop falling in the hole, me! Alright. Oh, borax. I mean, I know where to find borax. And poor magnetite. There's even less of it in this direction. So it's probably over here. Problem is that on these hills, prospecting is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Boom, sample 1. Hopefully this is far enough. Yep. Sample 2. Sample 3. Let's see here. Ooh, very high sphalerite. Even less magnetite, so I'm losing it. If I could think of anything I need tin for. I am approaching tin. I don't know why, sometimes Twitch chat, like, jitters. As if a new message has popped up, but a new message hasn't popped up. I must ask the professional streamers if that's a common issue. Nothing like that happened to you? Interesting. It is also totally possible that I'm seeing movement behind Twitch chat, and it's making it look like a new thing's popped up. Hello! What does that say? Kelsieve? Main story, I'm wondering if you'd be willing to help me instead of watching a video. What kind of issue are you having? Does it involve prospecting? Because I'm clearly pretty bad at that. Alright, that's not fair. I know what I'm doing. I'm just not doing it well. Chicken gut Ned. Ads are really annoying. Boom. What do we got? High sphalerite. Although that is lower. Even less magnetite. I'm probably going to break my prospecting pick. Just prospecting poorly. As I am. Let's go ahead and come over here. Up onto the mountain proper. Although with my luck, the magnetite is on the ocean floor. Alright. Let's see here. First time with campfire. Oh, you're going to have to make a charcoal pit. Charcoal pits are pretty annoying to fill, but they are a necessary evil. Okay, let me get one more reading, and then I'll go show off how that works. I'm also starving anyway, so I should head back home. Alright. Ultra high sphalerite. Poor magnetite. If I need more zinc, I'm definitely going to be able to find it around here. Alright, let's go fill up a charcoal pit. Oh, you got a charcoal pit? Yeah, charcoal burns up to 1300 Celsius, so 1300, which is enough for most things. It's not going to be enough to melt iron once you get there. For that, you're going to need bloomeries, but you can also use charcoal for that. Boom. You know, I could probably break this down. Oh, I'm starving. Whoops. When you do finally manage to melt your copper, just a heads up, you're going to want to make one of these before you go to pick it up. They're tongs, which allow you to hold hot objects. It's just 6 sticks and a length of rope. I tend not to make the tongs until I've already made the copper, which is, you know, careless. Yeah. You can make charcoal pits anywhere from 2x2, which is what I do because I'm lazy, or 11x11. Why is there a pheasant in my charcoal pit? What's your weight like? Oh, your weight's decent. I don't actually eat poultry, though. Are you trying to attack me? There you go, buddy. I'm just helping you out. You got tongs? Nice. Forgetting to make tongs is probably the most common mistake folks make. The second most common is that they forget they're holding them. And then suddenly you're like 20,000 blocks away from home. And you look in your offhand and it's like, oh, looks like my tongs came with me. You... What did I just do? Give me this. But yeah, nope, once your charcoal pit's done, you'll be able to do that. Why is everything out here making weird sounds? Why are you moving at 2 frames per second? I think my game is struggling, in the strangest of ways. You would think you wouldn't have to fire the crucible. Surely melting the copper in there would heat it up. What is going on with this arcane drone? Anyway, I need to find iron. I guess I've not... No, I've done a reading pretty close to here. I've got beeswax. Can I make a candle? It's just too hard. Lord. I do think the seed oil route is going to be the cheapest method of making a candle. Or I can cook 3 beeswax and some flax fibers in a cooking pot. Can you believe this shit both on? Yep, he's also moving at 2 frames per second. I think something's going wrong with my world. It could be all of the mods. Let's go ahead and plant this just so that it's not in my way. I'm done screwing around with my chisels, so I can put those back and put you back. Bismuth bronze. Where is my pick? I don't need the copper hoe on my person. Lean that there. Now, the guide will get you pretty far in the game. Did I break my pick? Did I set it down somewhere? Where'd it go? Nope, that's my hoe. I just put that there. Aha! I'm gonna go ahead and dig a hole outside my house. Let's go ahead and grab that axe. There is a pickaxe. Or not axe, lead. The pickaxe in my inventory is bismuth bronze. I need that specifically for iron. Oh, here we go. Found the lead. It is only medium, but it should be enough. Yeah, unfortunately, the path to iron takes quite a while in this game. It's much easier in the other block game. Oh, hey, it's my cellar. I was trying to avoid doing that. But I'm not surprised I did. Do I have any clay in here? I've got fire clay, but I would like to avoid using that. I'm checking for errors. Oh, there's probably going to be errors. I should warn you, there is actually a bug currently with Rustbound Magic, where if you max out your mana, which you're not likely to do unless you are cheating, your mana bar freaks the feck out, and pretty much you just start getting infinite mana. Which sounds like it would be really good, but there's no way it's not going to pose a problem eventually. Do I have any more chert? That should be enough. I just gotta go fix that hole in my wall. Perhaps stop being so careless. I don't think that's actually enough to fix the hole. Let's go ahead and patch this up. My bedtime does rapidly approach. Also, I don't know where Vicar went. There is another Rivali streaming, who Vicar would like me to raid when I do go to do that. Hello, Vicar! Olenin Vitun Vasanut. Who am I raiding later? Shortly-ish? Yeah, no problem. Honestly, the more people we can get into Vintage Story, the better. This game is still in development, and has been in development for a good while, but what is already here is a ton of fun. Not to mention the modding scene is already pretty impressive. And if we get more people enjoying the game and making mods for it, it will eventually be probably much more appreciated than that other block game. Birthday Valley. I can barely see that emoji. Whoops. Alright, there we go. What is the quality of this Galenia? Medium. It's a good amount of lead. I believe I need 2 for the lantern. That's not what I wanted. Arsenic. Yeah, that should be enough. Malleable chakras. I should forget how to pronounce this. Ooh, electrum. That's not what I'm making. Alright, so I need 36 lead and 4 copper. Where's my crucible? Yeah, I'm currently playing in passive mode. It is kind of funny, just watching drifters and other usually hostile creatures bumble around. It is really weird, because, like, shivers seem to know that they're supposed to be hostile, even when you're playing in passive mode. Like, the shiver can't attack you, but you can tell that it still really wants to. I actually really like shivers. The main things that I do not like are bowthorns, because their aim is too good. And the creature that made me turn on passive mode are the sentries. I don't see any right now because it's dark, but I'm confident there are some floating around. They're a modded monster added by Rustbound. What am I doing? I'm gonna start this fire. We didn't start the fire. We did ignite it. Stop falling in holes. I wouldn't recommend doing it for a first playthrough of Vintage Story, but I cannot recommend enough playing as a small space raptor. My color scheme is hard to see. But you've got resistance to fall damage, and you can jump up 2 blocks. Not to mention, if you make yourself short enough, you can crouch under single blocks, which is kind of neat. Like, I can get stuck in this hole. I can't because of the snow. Most things, like drifters, will still be able to follow you into 1-block holes. You're an elf or something? For the longest time, I was a kobold, but I was only playing as a kobold because there was not an Avali model yet. We had a skeleton. I saw the skeleton model. Honestly, since the character I'm playing as is canonically a necromancer, it would be cool if I could just get a couple people to play multiplayer with me, and they just roleplay as my skeleton minions. What could possibly go wrong? Honestly, what I need is folks who really like mining and building. The 2 things I either don't like doing or I'm bad at. What's up, buddy? Because, like, I really do just want to focus on farming and cooking. Is that too much to ask? Could you go away? I'm just trying to stack some firewood. Right now, I'm making a Molly-Blaclocus lantern. I really need to figure out how to pronounce that word right there. Molly-Blaclocus I don't know how you'd pronounce the B and D that close together. I pronounce most things weird. But I'm pronouncing that one exceptionally weird. Anyway, these flying feckers here are what are so annoying that I went into passive mode. I was attacked by 4 at once while I was just trying to harvest my corn. What do you need help with? Yes, so basically, I mean, I don't have any rifts at the moment. Rifts with flowers next to them, and you can plant the flower. The flower will turn into something called an unstable rift bloom. You have rifts disabled? Then you probably cannot play Rustbound Magic without cheating. If you go into creative mode, under special, there is a rift spawner, which should work even with rifts disabled. Although at that point, you might as well just keep that in your inventory at all times, because you will need a lot of rifts. Alright, so while we wait for that to cool, let's go ahead and find what I did with my beeswax. I think I only need 3. I will need 1 of these. And then 3 of these. Alright, let's go. Is this going to gunk up my cooking pot? It might. I've got several spares. Whoop. I don't know what I just picked up. Probably a stone from earlier. 3, no matching recipe found. That will make 1 candle. I don't have anything to burn. Fine, I'll go back up. I'm gonna make a lantern. This lantern that I'm making is explicitly for my boat. Which reminds me, I should make some rat lines. Put that back down. Where is my... Here we go, shipwrights, whatever. I don't need that many. Boom, there we go. 2 rat lines. This shipwright's blueprint from Better Ruins is a lifesaver. I very likely could have made my boat without it, but it would have taken a lot more work. Oop. Let's go and equip my rat lines. Other side. Whoop, come on. Where? Put it up. Why can't I? Nope, don't drop the sail. It's a bit strange that you can drop the sail from outside of the boat, and it doesn't actually move. Alright, how's my candle coming along? Those are going to take a while to cool, and then of course I'm going to have to reheat them. Here's my candle! Also, yes, my cooking pot has been gunked up. I think I can seal it in a barrel of water and degunk it. It does sound like a lot of work, though. Am I buckets around here. Here's a bucket. It will work. I've got 5 buckets, like a stack somewhere. Put that back. Alright, grab my... Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. I do still need to fill it more. Of course, my water is frozen over. That 50 units? Or 50 liters? Could have sworn I can seal this. No, it's just 10 liters of water. And I only have to seal it for an hour. Dump that back out. Pick this back up. I do seem to be struggling. It's almost like my brain doesn't work. There we go. So in an hour, that will be degunked. Hell yeah. I am pretty sure that in earlier versions of Vintage Story, if you got gunk on a cooking pot like that, you just could not do anything about it. Oh shit, I don't have glass. I mean, that's not a hard thing to fix. But it is currently an issue. Oh, I can't stack these. Fine, I'll just put it in here for now. Sure, it's a good thing I've got all this inventory space. Let's go get some quartz, since I'm still waiting for my molybdecalcus to finish doing what it's doing anyway. Running around at the speed of sound. I've of course not been marking quartz. Until very recently, I've not been able to pick it up anyway. There was quartz pretty close to my house. But it's fine. I'll find quartz. It's one of those materials that's everywhere. I'm probably going to have to mute my microphone and cough real quick. 1 second. Whew! Ooh, more native copper. I should mark that. Oh, just so I can come back and collect it at some point in the future. Copper. Arbok. I don't know if y'all can roll your R's, but it is a lot of fun. Bees, glorious bees. A 3D addict. You use a lot of mods. What's the mod that allows you to make proper bee houses? I like beekeeping, but I don't like having to make new skeps every single time. It just seems a bit impractical. I feel like if you already have a saw, you should have the technology. There used to be apiary mod. Well, hopefully, something similar to it does update to 1.21.5. But I feel like if you have a saw and can make boards, you should be able to make a bee house with removable frames. Like, I don't know if people knew to do that back then. But, like, you already have all the technology you need to do it. The Seraph should be allowed to be a tiny bit smarter, even if that Seraph is a weird space raptor. Look at all these cockatrices. What are y'all doing? Oh shit, I'm starving again. You know, for somebody whose favorite thing to do in this game is cook, I seem to always not have any food. I mean, I've got food, I just don't remember to eat it. doot. Doot 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 doo. Doo doo. Oh shit. Never punished. Whoops. There we go. Break this. What am I doing? We're not cavemen. We've got technology. And there we go. Up here with the quartz. Get these out of my inventory. Nobody wants these. Alright. I'm hoping for some smoky quartz. Although, since I don't plan on collecting that much of it, well, the odds of me getting what I want is pretty low. Or are pretty low. The odds are plural. Nope, that's quartz. I might need to use clear quartz. Boom ba-doom. I'm about to start taking hunger damage. Don't have any food on me though, so I'm going to have to suck it up. Yeah, it smelts into lanterns. I think I need to use clear quartz. As much as I prefer the smoky variety. Yeah, nothing here for me. I should make glass, but that's going to have to be a next time sort of adventure. I've got everything I need to make fire clay bricks. I just haven't done it yet, and don't have time to wait for more pottery to be done. So next time, I can make the Molybdenhalkus lantern. Or just already have it. Next time I start, one of the two. If I can find smoky quartz, that is what I would rather make my lantern out of anyway. Yeah, stop complaining. I'm working on getting food. Let's go ahead and just shove some potatoes in my mouth. No, I shouldn't do that. I've got these soups, stews, hearts, stars, and horseshoes, rainbows and balloons. Or is it blue moons? I'm pretty clearly just tired and rambling, so I should end the stream. Oop. Let's not touch those if I can avoid it. The ocean is not frozen yet, and hopefully won't. Saltwater does freeze, but I think it's got to be pretty cold. Well, let's go ahead and end the stream where I started it, sitting atop this cage. So, oh, I'm clipping into it. It's fine though. This is just for the outro. Hurrah! So if you've been hanging out this entire time, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this at some point in the future as a VOD, and have somehow watched the entire thing, you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and fizzity farewell.